Hey, we're live. Welcome to the Relationship Smith Show. Yeah, there's always an inside joke when we start the show. We're never going to tell you. Get over it. Nobody watches the first couple seconds of the show. Hey, listen, if you want to give us a call, 412-254-4829. We are live, ready to take your calls. Right now, our producers are reaching out to some people and trying to get them to call in. We're going to, we don't have a theme tonight. We're just going to let it go with whatever happens. And pardon me for a second while I jump in on our live show here and watch it as we do it. Hey, there we are. Fucking nice. Oh, we just got kicked off, everybody, for me swearing. What are you going to do? Hey, I'm on Twix. Does anybody actually still do this? Is that
yes.
Okay.
Are we calling it Twix now? Is that the thing we're doing?
I don't know.
I want that to be a thing now. Like
Twix.
You said it, Twix.
You know, if Twix doesn't jump in on this, they're stupid. Let's be fair, because we're changing our name from Twix to Twix. That sounds perfectly like exactly what they would do.
And take the logo of just the TW from the Twitter and then just throw the X at the end. I mean, it writes itself, right? Yeah. All right, fine. I'm on my own on this one. It's okay, guys.
No, I tried. I tried, man. It's good. I still love you.
And we didn't even start the show yet, and we're already. I'm sorry. Did Josh just go away? Is that a?
Yeah.
Okay. Not even a whole show in it. We got our first. What do you want to call it? Workplace relationship.
Do you want to read it and message them, and then we could tell them we already answered. And they could watch they could go back on the live feed.
I mean, I could hold on to it for a little bit, and ping them first.
You. I mean,
man. I just am really happy because it's back. We had like one show where, while we did have people come on, and call. We had a call. It was a call in, and somebody also was texting because they couldn't call in. That was like our first show. We didn't have a relationship in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought something came up. One was related. No, last week we did have a relationship. It wasn't office. I thought it was like a grocery store worker or thing. They always seemed young. I can't remember the exacts about it. But yeah, there was a workplace goofiness going on.
Yeah.
And then it sounded fake towards the end. Like, is this real?
I don't want to go one episode without having one of those. I think that's going to be like my personal goal is I don't want the show to end until we actually have a relationship in the office.
You're just setting yourself up for the spinoff.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have a sideshow.
Zaz's workplace relationship call-in show.
It'll be our TikTok and YouTube shorts will be strictly that. It'll just be strictly those little moments of I want to get blowies from a coworker. I'm their boss. Is that bad? And then we work from there.
How do I coerce my employees who work directly under me into doing things with me?
Isn't this a great idea? Why do you think my wife is upset or partner?
She says I spend way too much time at work, but honestly, I'm just trying to plow the stock, girl.
Yeah. So the good news is we are continuing the streak or restarting the streak, but 2023 is the year of office relationship. I'm saying it now. We're already into August, so I think it's a healthy.
Well, good, because we'll only have to hear that for like 2 more months.
Sure, that's how math works. Awesome. All right.
Is it 2 months? Yeah. Wait, October,
September, October, November, December. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, we're not getting crap done around Christmas, so.
No. Are you serious? That's going to be the best time of year. We'll do like 3 shows a week.
It is the most wonderful time.
It really is. Everybody's going to be needing.
You don't have to spend money, be stressed, go out of your way to visit people you never see. And
oh, my blood pressure spiked just from you talking about that. That's great. When I confessed to my dad that I was raped, he said I was asking for it. Okay.
All right. Wow. Skip that one.
We're skipping.
We're gonna get way negative and mean on that.
Yeah. Too early. We want warm fuzzies, less cold pricklies. And if you have any warm fuzzies, call in.
Maybe go to one of the hot wife forums, and we could find somebody who successfully got their wife to fuck someone else.
I was gonna say, did you say
like
hot
nice,
wife?
Warm, positive story.
There's a hot wife forum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. There's a hot wife forum. I never knew. I swear. Senior ad.
What was that? Ashley Madison, it got hacked. What was it, like a decade ago? And then everybody was just like, my name's it. Like you immediately downloaded
the entire database. I set it up to do it with a Splunk search. And then I went through and because I started working with large data and using Splunk to go through it, and it was a great set of data to go through. I found like the mayor of my small town up the road. I found some people. You wouldn't believe how many people use their work email addresses.
Well, hold on. Let's before we get too deep into this, why don't we explain what Ashley Madison was?
Yeah, please.
So back in like the aughts, like
Isn't it still
2000.
around?
I can't
Yes,
imagine.
I think it is.
Is it
It
seriously?
never. I mean, maybe it finally died, but yeah, let's.
Wow. So yeah, it was like this is before Tinder, Grinder. Basically, it was just this website, social media website, where the whole goal, their advertising was like have a side relationship with other people that want to have a side relationship, and they're like, you're never gonna get caught ever if you come through us because we're so secure.
Well, they went for the high end thing too. Like they charged more money. It was a dating site more than social, but yeah, it was. Oh, here we go. Is it still there? Is that Donald Trump?
Yes, that looks like Richard Gere. I recognize the back of the head anywhere.
Oh, there's a gearhead.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So the point was it cost more money, and so therefore it attracted higher end cheaters. But go ahead.
But I think what happened was due to the tiered system and the money that you were talking about, was it anonymous? It was a hacker group, I believe, that just was like, hey, guess what? You're fucking around and you're going to find out. So
I think there was a ransom at first. I don't think it was anonymous. I think it was a ransom attack.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they got that was in the news for months. It wasn't just like, oh, this site got hacked, and it was like, hey, guess who was on here? And there was a couple famous people or infamous Rob Ford sort of level of people like you'd expect to be on there. My local town mayor of I'm not going to say the town, but he was on there. I worked at a bank. I worked at a bank at the time, and I just typed in my work email address, like that.com, and found like 24 people. Half of them were like in the building I worked in. I'm like, why would you ever sign up for this site using your work email address? And then it hit me because their wife monitors their home email address.
Yeah, they said there were 15,000 military and government addresses being used, and it put that even crazier perspective. That was 9.6 gigabytes of data, that database, in pure text format. They
had even more than that. Like I wanted to see if I could like siphon out some of the pictures or private messages, and that wasn't included, but apparently they did get that stuff too.
That's insane. Yeah. Oh man. Wow. But a hell of a time to be alive. So anyway,
wonderful time, yeah.
I didn't mean to take us down that road, but it was just a real
And quite honestly, remember that lesson, because if you're on any adult meeting type site, for normal dating, for cheating, for kink, for whatever, realize that these places generally don't have the best security and they're a good target to get hit. So be careful what you put out there, what name you use, what email address you associate it with. I don't care if you're completely open and honest with who you are and what you do, use a different email address, because people at work, your family, whoever else, if there's another leak, they don't need to find out, because they might not know anything at all about computers, but they probably know somebody who does, like me, who can also download the data and look through. And I didn't really out to anybody. That's not my thing, but it can happen. So use a different email than, jimbob at, alabama.com or whatever. Like, don't use something that is identified with you. Google gives out free emails all the time. So make one up.
Yeah, it's a lot of people got caught up in that, and there was a lot of Discovery channels. Sorry, we just got to pop up. That's all. There was a lot of radio shows
there. They never let me leave that stupid love form. Just post it. Call now. Click.
Yeah.
And then leave it again. Because once it gets a big back scroll of stuff, it will kill your browser.
Paste. Bang.
Bang. Bang.
And there we go.
Bangity bang. Bang, bang, bangity bang. I said a bang. Bang. Sorry. How I Met Your Mother reference there.
Wow. Anyway.
I can't post in the relationship advice forum now. I got feedback for posting that. Spam self-promotion. You can't do that. Only they can promote.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So let's go jump into this one real quick to kind of kick the show off, unless you had a laundry list of items to go through. Josh, did you bring any you and I were talking about a few things. Did you happen to bring that to the table today?
No.
Okay. All right. Nothing amazing. It was just the well, nothing. What you do is everything you do is amazing, Josh. Sorry, that sounded terrible right when it left my mouth. I'm going to stop. He had a game. He was going to do a game we've played before. Foot's still in my mouth. I feel terrible. Josh, I love you. I'm wondering.
Buzz that keeps fucking.
I'm wondering how many people struggle with this emotion and temptation. Have you failed and gotten into trouble with the opposite because they show strong interest in you? My wife and I have been married for 12 years and been together for 16. We've gotten to the point where we couldn't really talk to each other or show affection. It became awkward. I started a new job after working at my previous for a very long time. This was my AITH because it gets stupid from here. But
am I the asshole? Is that the one?
Oh yeah, am I the asshole? Yeah,
it gets stupid from here. And but at the new job, there's a ton of women. I felt starting a new job, I would work on my physical presentation and care more about how I look. Since at my old place, I would wear caps and usually a casual shirt. 3 weeks in, I had a younger woman flirting and showing interest in me, which threw me for a loop because I'm almost in my mid 40s. Sorry. Gross. That's it. Next email. No, this stuff continued and it started to show me where things are broken at home. It started to show that I had failed to make my wife feel special, and through time, she became complacent with me as well. We are so distant that all of the new attention felt like an adrenaline shot to the arm. It messed me up for weeks, and I had to really dig deep and sort through my own demons, but I finally got to the courage to talk to my wife about our problems. It started with a big fight, and I left for the night. I came back, picked up on the discussion with clear heads, and she listened. Anyway, I think rather than trying to put effort or thinking about leaving and pursuing someone new, you're going to run into problems, always. It may not be the same ones, and there's no guarantee that the new person has the desire even to work through it, so you could lose everything.
Is he giving advice or asking for advice?
That's what I'm saying. I think this is like kind of like he's having that like weird moment where I don't want to hold on. It's better to redirect all the energy to your wife and make a push for reigniting that spark because you've made it this long, because of the shine of the newness will always dull at some point. I feel that my am I the asshole moment was participating in this flirting game and to an extent enjoying the adrenaline, enjoying the attention, the adrenaline shot. It's been a wild journey the past few weeks and really had me questioning myself so many times throughout, questioning consequences, livelihoods, my sanity, and mental fortitude. Just when you think you're cruising through your middle-aged life and then you have a handle on things, something dark is lurking to turn things on its. I'm going to stop.
Yeah,
that's not what I thought it was going to be. Good for him. Good for him, Dave. Coming to that conclusion, you should not be doing that with your coworkers, or
you should give your wife positive attention and have discussions on how to fix your relationship. No, yeah. I am honestly. We give that advice a lot. Honest, in to be clear, I think he was right, but I just don't know the point of the post. Like he's preaching to people about what worked for him, and that's good.
And that's good. I would love to talk to him, and be like, okay, so this period of time, what was going on that you kind of came to that conclusion? Because again, these conversations that we have take a drastic turn every single time, where it's always like, yeah, Kathy looked at me and I looked at her, and even though she's my employee, I think I should just leave my kids and wife and have a relationship. Like where what was that moment for him, this guy? So
yeah, I mean, I want to know how far the flirting went. Did he tell his wife about the flirting? Is that what the fight was about? Like, was he being honest? And I would be curious about some of that stuff.
Yeah,
but I'm just glad he's in a good place with his wife and they're working on it, because it's easy to take someone for granted. It's super easy. You get comfortable in your life and you're like, well, I don't have to work anymore. It's like coasting in a car. Like eventually you still have to use the gas, man.
100%. I wouldn't put it that way, but yes. I'm kidding.
How would you put it?
It's like coasting in a car, but it's a Tesla. Do Teslas coast? I don't know.
Sure.
But sometimes you need a shot, like adrenaline, and that keeps you going. The adrenaline shy is what made me look at. I was like, I had to stop for a second. I was like, yeah, it's I get it. When you're in a new environment it's like being the new kid in school. Like when you're going to a new school, you have this persona that you build up. You have this whole idea of who you are, how you act in these relationships. And then you go to this new thing and somebody turns around and looks at you a certain way. Obviously you're going to feel some sort of different way about it. The running joke was like, when you're in a new school, you can make up a new you, right? You have a new background. You have a new story about yourself. Nobody knows the mistakes that you make, the nuances. You could tell the same joke and it'll be different for these people.
And you don't tell the stupid ones because you know they don't work.
Exactly.
You're just coming in with a material, man.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I got a tight 7. Stay here. And then you just go through and you're like, yeah. And you got a closer and it works.
Dude, I used to have bits. I used to have bits like about and it was because everybody in my school knew me, but I went out into different parties and different schools and with different groups. I was able to whip these on. People go, holy shit, you're funny. I'm like, I've told this story 20 times and you're just a new crowd, but I'm gonna keep whipping it out until it doesn't work. Yeah, and I think it was about the Trix Rabbit, like being an addict, and those kids are fucking horrible. You know, because you keep on like, or was it like Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Like he was an addict, and you know, they would keep on giving him like, here, have some. He's like, no, I can't. Like I'm no longer doing this. The kid's like, no, fucking eat it. And he's like, no, it's chocolate. I can't. It's Cocoa Puffs. I'll go crazy. And then to give him something, he loses his shit, loses his job. He's living on a street. Well, I mean, it doesn't go that far. And then
listen, we're judging this, but this was the 80s. This was fresh material. This was
a different time, guys.
Those commercials were still on the air. God damn it.
And if you're one of those, never mind. I'm going to stop. Let's just move on. Anyway.
You may.
Yep. I need to not. Yeah. Anyway.
But you guys had bits, right? You went to a party, like all new people. You're like, you know what? Here's my story.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing. And it's like you made a good point there. It's like, you have your material, you go out there with your material, but that doesn't mean that when they laugh, the first thing you'd be like is, I need to breed this person. I need to, it's like easy. You're married or you're with somebody else, or they're just another person who exists.
At my jokes, I have to breed with them. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just,
this is 19-year-old me. I'm like, them laughing equals pants off. I can make this happen.
That person just wants to get their day of work done probably. They don't have to be like, I can't wait for somebody to hit on me. Like, just let them be
the flirting at work's fine. Like, as long as it's just low level flirting. When you start like actually believing, that's time to, not. That's when you shut it off. I think the guy did the right thing, but I don't know how far that flirting went. So,
well, that's the thing I said.
We have a group of callers on right now, and I want to say we are live. It is Thursday night. It's the end of the month. 31st. It's 9:49 p.m. We see you watching. Give us a call, 412-254-4829. We're ready to take your calls with any questions you have or comments about the show. Feel free to reach out to us. But go ahead, Zaz.
No, yeah, it's just that's the part that I would want to ask the question on is what was he going through in that period of time that kind of made him go from no to let's go. It's I like the fact that he had a conversation with his wife. He addressed it head on. I like the fact that he stepped away. Sure. You and I've had a disagreement on that one, maybe I think softly in past conversations, but at least like you said, it's prevailed. Exactly. You're right.
Some people can walk away. Like my wife and I, and again, how I live my life is not always, we are pretty good about walking away and settling down and talking the next day. And, you got to have these ways that you argue, and you have to have a clear set of rules on how you argue. Like one of our rules is no arguing after even one drink of alcohol.
Damn it. I was going to say, how many drinks do you have to be in before you start flipping
You
tables?
can't assign a number because you're going to or when you're drunk, because I don't think I'm drunk. Well, you're acting drunk. And then that's the other argument.
That's so good.
I only had 5 drinks. Well, at 4 drinks, you stumble. That's an argument. So 1 drink. That's what works for us, because it would just become an argument on who had what amount of drink. Just like if you had 1, you can't argue until like the next day.
Good call. I like those rules. Everybody has to have rules.
Yeah.
Damn.
We play a drinking game in arguments. Every time one of the other ones swears, we have to take a shot. They're over quick, but we don't remember them, so it's tough to say who won.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe don't give advice at the next AA meeting.
All right.
You look like you have a post you want to read.
I have several, but I'm just trying to figure out which one would be the best for right now.
Didn't find anything in the Hot Wife Reddit?
I was going for the hot wife Reddit, and I wanted to stop before I even go there because I'll just be doing a lot of this. you know, because I have not heard of that yet, and so it's just gonna be a lot of exploration for me.
All right, hot wifing is swinging, but usually it's just the wife. It's kind of like cuckolding. It can be either swinging or cuckolding, but it's basically
Don't say the C word.
damn you.
Oh, is Twitter gonna wait? Are you gonna get zucked?
Not Twitter.
No,
Twitch.
Which one?
Twitch.
Oh yeah, Twitch. Sorry, I get my Twiz all mixed up. Okay, I know this sounds bad. I feel trapped in a relationship that I find myself being obsessive. He doesn't like me more than a friend, and he knows that I'm in love with him because I've told him that. We work together, and what I say,
You found this. You knew it.
we work together. You saw me like just you salivating as soon as we work together. I lost my as soon as I saw myself on camera. I had to.
Yeah, I lost it too.
Yeah, we work together, and he needs me to help him with work because through me, he gets most of his income. This will make sense later. I've talked to him about this a few times, telling him how my jealousy is affecting me, and I thought it would be best for me to distance myself. And he kept telling me that it would be okay. I try to believe that too, because, well, I like him. He keeps telling me that he won't have a girl because he is not into relationships at this point in his life because what he claims of financial, mental, and physical problems. So I'd not have to worry about him getting in a relationship. I have to say, we only know each other online. We've never met. We've only been talking every day for years. What is adding to my jealousy is the fact that I don't know him. I don't know what he does. I don't know about his days. When I ask him what he's been doing, he gives me short answers like on a call.
So he's not into her. He's told her outright he's not into her. She knows nothing about him or what he does or what he likes, and she likes him enough to keep trying.
Still gotta,
keep going.
I would like to know who he is on a call with, or what his job is in real life, or who his friends are. He knows these things about me, and I would like to know the same back. I know and understand that he doesn't have to tell me anything, but yes, I figured that not knowing these things and him not wanting to tell me about himself is what is getting to me. I doubt he wants me in his life as a friend, but just as a business partner so he can make money.
What business? I think she's being catfished.
Well, there's a huge very first comment basically said the same thing. If you for a fact are not being scammed and stop working with them is out of the question, then I'd consider seeking professional help for your obsessive tendencies, and hopefully they will be able to tell him able to help, because it isn't healthy having an obsession like that. So no. When
here's the this will be a chapter in my book. When someone tells you no, fucking listen to him. No, it's you wouldn't believe how many, like, I said I like him and he said he's not interested. What do I do? Like, fucking run. When someone tells you no, that's your answer. Listen. Like, but I don't want it to be no. I don't care what you want. I'm reaching out to this person. She said, she goes, I never even seen him on a video call before. That was never even seen him on a, they had a video conference, but it was like she didn't see him. So there's a lot of questions. Yeah. We could have a video call. We could bring him live into the show right now. Sorry. With our AI shark. Hey, AI
shark.
I love you. Will you do business with me?
Can we make sure the phone isn't on like mute or anything like that? Like just so when we do get those calls.
We're good. I'm got here.
Okay, cool. Just want to be sure. Hey y'all, I need advice. This one hey y'all. That's why. Yeah, you got. This one is titled "I lied to my girlfriend before we started dating and want to tell her the truth."
Hold on.
Oh,
it's an old story. No, that was a real yawn. I had a long day.
Oh yeah,
I'm here. I'm present. I promise.
Yikes! There's a lot of yikes in the comments.
That's all me.
It's all you. Yeah. Okay. So, here we go.
Let's go with y'all.
All right. I met I female 22 met my girlfriend female 24 a year ago. We were friends until we got together in July. I told her a lie that I tell everyone around my age that if it comes up that I've had sex before. I'm unaware this is not something I should do, but I'm not going to go on a ton of, I'm realizing now this might be, anyway, a ton of detail trying to defend it.
Yeah.
Someone's at my door. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go off camera so you can go through this. That I have sex before. I'm aware this is not something I should do. I'll be right back. Do you want to read it? I can put it on camera, or I'll send you the link. I just want to check out front real quick.
Put it on camera.
How do I do that again?
Share.
Present and pick the screen.
Present. Something's bananas going out there. Present. Share screen. All right. What happened?
Let's
Do it again?
Do it one more time.
Yeah, you just didn't add it.
You guys see it? Oh, okay. There you go.
There we go.
Hit your control plus a couple times. Or don't. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we got it.
Do you want to read it?
Go for it.
All right. I got to get my old man glasses on for this.
Oh, okay. I got you. Where do we leave off? I got. I told her a lie. But I tell everyone around my
paragraph
age.
2.
All right. The thing is, when I told her, I honestly didn't think we would get together. We're each other's first relationship, though she had sex once before, and we haven't discussed previous experience all that much before, aside from saying we both had never had sex with another girl. She knows I struggle with penetration, which I told her from the beginning and is 100% true, which I know from doctor's visits and shit like that. Lately, I've been trying to drop comments to subtly prepare her for me admitting I lied to her, e.g. like, oh, what happened was so short and nothing even got in, so I don't think it even counts. I want to let her know that I lied because, like, it feels like the right thing to do. I'm really worried this will plant some amount of doubt in her mind and make her wonder about if I've lied about anything else. I wouldn't blame her for that. It's the consequence of lying. She does know about my trauma, so she would be understanding from a technical standpoint. But emotionally, I'm not sure. This is the only thing I lied about to anyone. I've been 100% honest with her about any and everything else.
So, asking for advice on how to tell the truth is basically looking for another lie. You just tell them the truth. That's the easiest way. Hey, is that shark making fun of me?
Yep.
Yeah, just you sit down and you actually say a lot of what was just in that post. Hey, I often, before I met you, would tell people I would lie about sex because I was embarrassed about it. I have a trauma. I wanted to let you know you're the only person I'm telling this to that I have not ever had sex with another male or whatever the story might be. And then you let it go where it is. You're not trying to manipulate the system so you look like a good person or so you win. You want to tell the truth. You want to explain why you lied. You want to leave it in front of them for how they want to react. You don't want to manipulate how they react to whatever's going on. That would be my advice. Like, don't worry about it, and then stop lying.
Yeah. I figured that was exactly where you're going to go with that. That's when you start a relationship on a lie. I don't think it's a really good way to start a relationship.
It happens, right? Like that's okay. You should try to get out of the lie as soon as possible if you can. You should, just be honest about why you did it and what it means. And they might be the kind of person that never respects you again because you lied or never trusts you, or they might just be somebody who has a day of not trusting you fully. You don't know until you tell them the truth. And, if they're the kind of person that wants to work with you to make things right and to make that relationship better, they will be. You'll find out at that point. But I mean, it doesn't sound like a big lie. It doesn't sound like an important lie. It sounds like something that is clearly something you use to cover your own emotions.
Yeah.
Not to take advantage. Like, there are lies where you tell to take advantage of people, and then there's lies where I'm just not comfortable and I made something up.
We've got another one that kind of goes in the same line of something we had last week. I'm starting to wonder if we're seeing a trend in this as well. Is my boyfriend thinks it's okay to jack off to Instagram models. Is this a thing that like people are like
Which
upset
ones?
about?
Well, the more, yeah, which one? Can you send me some links?
Yeah, exactly.
The more we see people using social media as part of their everyday lives, the more we're going to see stuff like
True.
this. And the more that regular people get on OnlyFans or Instagrams, or the more we're going to see this, because it used to just be like the select number of women who would get naked in Playboy or Hustler, and it was a select amount of, the options were very limited, and they were a small pool of people. Now the amount of people you could see nude ranges from somebody next door to you to an A-list celebrity who's not doing so well and needs to make some money on OnlyFans.
Right.
It's everything, and you kind of have to discuss that. And I know we haven't gotten to the actual question, but yes, we're going to see this a lot, and it's going to get bigger and bigger, especially with AI. People are going to have questions about, is it cheating to talk dirty with an AI? There's no answer yet.
No, well, there is an answer.
Talk about it first. Like, how do you feel about me jacking off to ChatGPT?
Yeah. How many Rule 34s can we break until
Oh,
all of them?
What
All
if
of
I
them.
made it call me Zaz?
I would actually prefer that. You know what actually surprises me, and I guess this is probably.
What if I named it Zaz?
I couldn't see how you couldn't name it Zaz. Like I have a feeling that step one, you'd just be forced to do that. You would do it out of spite at first, right? You were like, hey, look at this, I named it Zaz. And one day you're going to drink a little too much, and you're going to come downstairs, open up your laptop, and step two, you're going to be like, well, I mean, just once isn't going to hurt anything. Next thing you know, you got to explain to your kids how Zaz is your new mommy.
Butt stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an AI sex bot?
They don't know. You could be completely generated. I mean, you keep cutting off when you go too far. Your fingers are all messed up.
And again, another one about boyfriends playing too many video games. I mean, we're seeing some
We're going to see
repeating
that
themes.
one forever.
Yeah.
Read it there. Read that one.
Okay. Well, I don't want to tell the same story I told about the grocery. Did I tell that story on air last time? Where the girl just stopped packing groceries and she was like, "What's up with guys?" Yeah. Okay. We'll get there if we have to tell it again. I don't know if anybody wants to hear that. I no longer feel wanted with by my boyfriend, especially because of video games. My boyfriend and I have been together for over 4 years. Things have become a little rocky lately.
What were the ages? Were their ages mentioned?
25 female, 28-year-old male.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right.
And we were on the verge of breaking up last month, but we were trying to work it out. However, I felt more unwanted by him or anything for that matter. We used to spend all day, every day together, which we both realized was unhealthy and taking a toll on our relationship. In his eyes, what will fix
Wait till I find out what marriage is.
We'll be giving him more space. The old more space. Understandable. I moved my things back in with my parents and giving him the space he asked for. But now he feels more like a business partner. I never know when is the next time he'll permit me coming over. Ooh, that sentence hurts. I always have to ask him if I can come see him. And it's turned into a scheduling thing. Like he's
He
penciling
might
me in
have
for
a
an appointment.
big raid party, gathered.
Yeah.
Like you can't interrupt that.
Nothing
I'm not
says
quitting.
sexier. Nothing says sexy like double booking. Sorry, I got a 4:30, then I got a 5:30, and then girls love that. Or guys. On top of that, on days I do come over to see him, he's on his video game the whole time. Quite literally just ate dinner by myself while he was on the game. Don't get me wrong, I'm a gamer too. Super cool. But he's borderline addicted. If he's not at work, he's playing a video game. I beg him to spend time with me. I'm not around there more than 3 or 4 days out of the week, yet he can't sacrifice one day to spend. This is answering its own question. Take me on a date. He feels like his dates are a waste of money. Wow, right there. And if we do spend some time together, I'm sorry, I'm providing commentary while trying to read this. I need to stop doing that.
I like how she just shot you down immediately. Like, yeah, now.
And if we do spend some time together, it's only for the duration of a single movie, which, by the way, after about an hour into the movie,
games. He keeps wanting to watch Rampage.
He'll start
Too
checking
much,
how much
too.
time he has left so he can run back to his game. Hour into the movie. I've expressed the video game thing about 2 to 3 months ago. You gotta ask, like, what's the game? Is it Red Dead Redemption? Or like, it's and if it's Overwatch,
Diablo.
dump him. Yeah, Diablo. Actually, that could be it. We have fun together. I even asked to be taken on a date once a month. I even offered to pay for the date. I'm not sure what to do from here. He's expressed that he wants to marry me one day and buy a home, but I'm not sure if I can continue going on like I'm in some sort of guest in his house.
He wants to buy our home in his Sim City mansion, in Sim City town. Yeah, it's like you could join me online and live there. Anyway, like, can you do that with multiplayer Sim City? I don't think so. It's any hobby, any distraction, any event, anything going on where you feel your partner is giving you very little and giving something else everything, you might want to reconsider the relationship. It's not just about gaming. It could be somebody who's so into astronomy that you never see them after dark. They're just looking up their telescope, and that you come over and you're eating dinner alone and they don't really pay attention to you. And then you go home and you only see each other. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're not happy with how somebody treats you, get the fuck out. Don't continue the relationship with them. I know Zaz suggested going on a date. And even I wouldn't even have went that far. You don't like how you're being treated. You tried getting closer, which is what relationships are about. You move in, you spend more time. Eventually, you're spending every day. Then you're married and you see each other from morning until night, except for work or grocery shopping. A relationship is about seeing each other more and getting along. It's not about like, well, we're going to take a break because we're not getting along. That's bad. And you want to play games and not see me. There's your hint. Fucking, he's not into you like you're into him. He doesn't want what you want. He's not treating like you want to be treated. Walk. Good. Disagree.
Yeah.
Disagree.
No. I mean, it's somebody may be calling in, by the way, Josh. I just don't like the idea of someone being treated as like secondary. You know,
Yeah.
I get it. We all have our bad days, right? There's just days you can't put 100% into something or even 10% into something. That's fine.
Yeah, get upstairs, play the game all evening. Don't talk. Blow off your steam however you want to. That's okay.
But you can't sit there
7 nights a week. No.
You can't say you need space, get the space, then you get the space, and then say, okay, now that we got the space, I'm going to have to pencil you in. And then not only pencil you in, and then go, I'd like to marry you someday. That is pure manipulation, end-to-end manipulation. You are just trying to hang it there so you don't lose it. That way, when you need it, you could take it. And that's it.
I think he just wants somebody to bring him a sandwich while he's gaming. He doesn't want marriage.
That's exactly it. Yeah, his idea is he doesn't want to lose, and he doesn't want to lose that person. And that's a lot to take from that little conversation, but that's exactly what it is. I mean, if you want space, I want space, but I also want to dictate your time. You specifically, I want to dictate your time. And then not only do I want to dictate your time, I want to put, like, say, I'm going to marry you someday, so you're mine completely. And it's just like, that's not fair to her. That's not fair to her time. I mean, we're only on this planet for, just go play Overwatch. All right, let her do her thing, please.
Yeah. And again, she's like, I'm a gamer too. I understand, but it's not about the game. It's about the treatment.
Yes,
it's not about the hobby. It's not. You could put in anything you want. He mows the lawn all day long. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It is how you're being treated isn't good, and he's unwilling to change. You know, if like you keep trying, and he's like, nah, I like doing this thing. You could come over and eat dinner while I do it, but you're not getting me.
It'd be great
I
if they
watch a movie with you, sort of, but it better have, like, I'm only watching Blip.
Just like if they were going, like, you know, the whole thing was like her. I think it's a very reasonable ask. Just take me on a date once a month, just once a month. But then it's like, watch a movie with me, and it's like, to be on a game, like, it immediately drop the movie that she came over for to go straight to a game is just like, that's so disrespectful to everything. And again, this sounds like all she wants is like this much of respect from him, and she's
who's
not
this
getting
Barbie person? You know how that date's gonna go, right? Like,
yeah.
I thought there was a bomb in this one.
Yep. It's that's a rough one. Pretty straightforward though. It's just I hate those. Those are the ones that hurt the most, because you've been there. We've all been there. We've all seen it.
She doesn't want to be single. She wants this relationship to work, but it's been failing since they made space for each other, and he's letting her know what he wants in a relationship, and she's telling us what she doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have an incompatible sound effect. We could just
please.
incompatible.
This is not like some 1970s show. What are you talking about here? Oh god damn it.
We got
I
it. We
quit.
got that's clearly a 1970s show too, so that works.
We're
out.
not doing that. You put that away.
Oh, sorry.
At least 2021. I mean, we're getting at least into the, this decade. So yeah, I appreciate that, Josh. Put that away.
Hey, got a person asking a question in chat here. We are going to be streaming till at least another hour ish. Oh, 3 responses. Hey, I was just curious. While we're off topic, we are on topic. I know that's the weird thing. I was just keep going.
Okay. No, it's I mean, we don't have to. You can chat with chat. It's okay. That's what we do. I was just going to jump into the next one. Like I said, I think we.
I typoed. I made a typo.
A little bit.
Not the 7-man army.
Yeah. Oof.
There. Hello. Call in, buddy. We are 412-254-4829. We are ready to take your call. Would love to help you out.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. I think he's going to.
Oh, it's going to be sick.
Chat,
yeah.
They. Sure. Well, that's not a 7-man army. It could be a 7-woman army. We don't know.
I'm just messing. It's all right. I'll hang tight.
Miss.
Oh, by the way, don't cut on Barbie. The last 3 movies I saw: Blue Beetle, Ninja Turtles, and Barbie. And
I'm not cutting on Barbie at all.
Yeah.
First up, Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie's in it. I'm never, Margot Robbie's amazing, and I'm not just like she's beautiful. That's one thing, but she can actually act, and she does enjoyable.
She's
things.
brilliant. I mean, I don't want to get into it because there's a lot of fourth wall breaking. Without getting too far into it,
he's a dude.
I went that hoodie.
While we wait for him to do the paragraph, have we checked in on the stocks?
Yes.
For Dogecoin? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Dogecoin.
Our side hustle is Yep.
Well, it's how Elon got all his money, I think. So we're gonna be all in on that, unless I completely misunderstand where he got his money. So
no, it's just Dogecoin. That's it.
Just Dogecoin.
That's it. Yeah. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Purely Dogecoin. Put all your money into it right now. Right now, and you should be good to go.
So as long as I think now is a good time to buy.
Now it's always a good time to buy, and even when it's down, it's a good time to buy. Yep. Buy high, sell low. That's what I always say.
I think it went up since last week, didn't it?
No.
Did it?
Oh,
sure?
Doge? Yeah, Doge might have went up. Yeah, I was gonna say, but the market itself is. Yeah, I was gonna say it tanked like a motherfucker this week.
That's a bit of a crater. All right, hey, back to relationships. Besides our relationship with not having money.
Okay. All right. Did you want to wait for not a 7-man army to load?
No, but since we're riffing on the hobbies destroying relationship, have you ever been in a relationship or tried to be in a relationship with somebody who has they spent all their time on something else and it wasn't okay with not what they were doing, but like the time that they were able to give you? Have you ever been on the other side of that?
I've been the person, and I've also broke up with somebody because of it. I mean, was on a date and the person could not have been bothered to look up from their phone. It was several dates. It was like a week.
There would have been date too. I couldn't do that.
No, you got to find, we've talked about this before. When I go on dates, it was like pure fascination if there were train wrecks. I jumped on both feet. I'm in. Like, I want to see how insane this is going to get. You got Zaz for the ride. Like,
I'm okay with that, but that's just fucking annoying. Like,
totally.
Interesting story, or
like, it's like when the waitress would walk over and ask for refills, and I'd look at her and like, isn't this great? And she was, but and like I said, I'm not trying to paint myself as a good guy because again, I mentioned I was the problem. I was sucked into video games to the point where I had a gaming laptop I carried with me, and I could not. Josh knew me back then,
and you suck at video games too. That's like the odd part.
I'm amazing at. What are you talking about? I am the best
I've
player
been
in
on a
everything.
team with you and looked
ever.
around, and you're nowhere fucking nearby. Like you're just like,
I'm never
hey,
nearby.
hey, I'm
No.
looking under this rock. Like the rocks
Yes.
don't move. Yeah,
Yes.
but with this one might. So I'm gonna click
Yeah.
on it.
Greatest game ever. Yeah, it's
Someday you're gonna get that $1 million rock, and I'll eat my words. But
but yeah, no, it's. I mean, as long as you have the ability to look at it from both angles, I mean, you're pretty much. It's like just be a little self-aware. You know, just
truth is, you don't suck. You don't suck as a game player.
the best gamer ever. But like when you're when I was doing that, actually, I did make a joke a few times, like, oh yeah, I'm on this way too much. I knew what I was doing. I was completely self-destructive at that point in my life, and with this was, I just kind of knew what I was getting into. It was, that back when I was in the dating pool, it was, there were several unique ones, but I think my favorite was the person who was just strictly on their phone nonstop. And I mean, nonstop. It was like almost like a SNL sketch where it was like going to, dinner, going to the movies, going back to my place. It was just, and yeah.
No, I've kind of I almost dated a radio DJ type person. She did night shift on a smaller. No. I met her. We went out, and she was a very awesome date, and older than me, and I was still a loser type bum with, barely getting along in life. And she had a career. She was starting up, and I would needed more time with somebody, and she worked like constant shifts. It was radio work. I don't know if you've ever known somebody in the radio world. It's just sometimes hard to get their time because they prep for the show, they do the show, they wake up, they hear the results of the show, they meet with the program director. And I was too needy. So like I just pretty much stopped trying to make it work sort of thing.
Yeah.
But she
Makes
was,
sense.
I mean, it never would have worked out anyway. But like it was one of those like, I don't feel important enough. and it really wasn't. Her importance was the career, not some guy who was probably, I think at the time I was a bartender. Not a good one either. Not even in a good bar.
Nice. Yeah. So Nick's Fat City.
No. It was a steel worker type bar, but in a town where there were no more steel jobs left. So it was.
Gotcha. Looks like
maybe we give it a minute to build up the story so we can get a little bit further in it.
Yeah. Okay.
But seriously, if you want to call, we won't release your phone number, any information, if that works better for you. So,
yeah.
But yeah, well, we're waiting for you. We're gonna wait for another line or two to come up until you say go ahead.
All right, I'll throw a softball at you if you want to.
Yeah. So keep typing. Oh, that's the whole thing.
Okay.
We're gonna have some more questions, so get ready to type fast. Since we started dating, we've talked about communication and our relationship 2 times, and I just know how to maneuver from this. Well, I need to know the relationship. Is it you're having a problem right now, or did you hear something bad? Does she want something does your partner want something you don't want to give? Did they give you feedback that was hard to hear? What is the are you not communicating even though you keep trying to talk about how you can communicate better? Let me know more about what the problem is, because I could go in multiple directions based on what you've told me, and I don't want to make too many assumptions. But yeah, good. Zaz, give me that softball.
Right when I put it away. Okay.
Never put your balls away.
No. So where did you just bring up the Dogecoin again?
Yeah. Oof. Still not good. Not good.
So I've been with my boyfriend for less than a year now, and things have been great. We've grown close as best friends. So I laid down an important boundary once we started getting serious. I don't date men who are still friends or keep contacting their exes. At first, he argued about it, cutting off contact with some, but keeping some on his Instagram. I trusted him so whatsoever. Oh, you want to go back?
Hey, yeah, if you cut up that and post it back in small chunks, I think on Twitch it limits you to couple hundred characters. It's all, yeah. So just go scroll back to what you typed and see if you can pop out pieces of it. Actually, let me look on Twitch and because I have that screen up.
Oh
too.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think we're all on Twitch.
No, Twitch cut it off in our Twitch.
Oh wow,
there, yeah.
Twitch is cold-hearted. Okay.
So if you still have any of that,
Yeah, I think we had a caller, not last week, the week before, who was.
It was
we were
last
talking
week.
to, which
Oh, you're right. The
Was
week
it?
before. You're right. My
yeah,
bad.
because that was the one where we had the Twitch chat relationship, and then we had a caller at the same time, and we were doing both. Yeah,
Start plugging that Discord again. Make sure we offer that as
yeah,
well.
we should start doing the
Oh
Discord.
yeah. You know,
I
put the
fell off on
Discord
it.
invite in.
Okay.
Hey, not 7-Man Army. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. There you go. We're back.
Let's let a couple more go. But also, if you'd rather join our Discord, we'll put that in chat, and Discord will let you type a lot more, and it'll even let you edit it when it's too much, because we're not. What's the Discord super party mode? You get perks and Discord Plus. All right, cool. Hey, here it's rolling in. Give it a couple more, and then but keep reading your obviously he should break up with her post.
God damn it. All right, you got to warn me before you say stuff like that. All right. I always feel cheesy when okay.
Oh yeah, send the Discord info out. I don't have it loaded.
Nor do I, but I will move as fast as I can. Copy link.
Actually, I do.
You just right click copy link. Is that how we do it now?
Yeah, for the TRS. So make sure you click on that first, and then click on the relationship Smith at the top left, and then invite people. Yeah. I don't know why I'm telling you to do it while I do it, because I can do it, but
Oh yeah, you can do it. You do it.
Oh, they hide it now? They hide it now? What the?
Neat.
Bag of turds.
First off, all right. Well, it looks like he's got his thing out, so I'm not gonna take any time away from him. If you want to read his question,
did it change it?
It's
appears we got two of those. Yeah,
they should both work, I imagine. Did you get yours fresh?
I was gonna say you got 3. Note 2. All right, yeah. Read his question, and I'll experiment with these Discord links if you don't mind.
Let's get that up. I don't want to pop up the information too soon.
Hey, he said he's good.
Oh, he said okay. That's
it.
Cool. Yeah, if you want to type more or communicate back with us, that might be the faster way to go, especially if I ask a question or ask more. But anyway, I'll start it. I'll read the thing this time, guys. Since we've started dating, we've talked about communication in a relationship 2 times, and I just don't know how to maneuver from this. But okay, so I've been a relationship girl for 2 weeks, and the thing is, she likes to text, and I don't prefer in person. She does too, but it feels wrong not to text her until the next time I see her. Fair? And I tried to guest text her, but it just feels like work. We've talked about it and how I don't like to text, and she says she understands, but it still feels off and somehow shakes up the relationship as a whole. Sure. All right. So, I mean, that's a very fair and not common, but I've seen it before. People like to communicate in different ways. And I get the not texting thing. I personally hate talking on the phone. She might hate talking on the phone. You guys both know you feel like you get along better face-to-face, one-on-one, and that texting is something maybe you do before you get together. I would say make a way for you to send to make shorter texts is best is what I'm trying to get at. So she might text you, if she has to text you something long, say, hey, can we call and talk this out? Because I'm not into typing the whole answer, and I'd rather hear your voice and rather have you hear mine. If it's something like, hey, are we meeting tonight at 8? You say yes. If you just want to say, hey, I'm thinking about you, that's a lot more words than you think it is when you say stuff like that. Hey, I'm here having a bad day. Just wanted to say, thinking about you made me smile. Something sweet, something even shorter than that to let her know you're present in the relationship without going into details. Like, I went down the street and I went to the bodega, and the bodega wasn't selling any chicken tonight, and I really wanted chicken. You don't have to go to story mode. You can just go to the highlights. Hey, had a bad day. I'm gonna go to bed early, or good night, I love you. The little things that you show you're thinking and involved do matter. You've been there a year. She has the comfort level of who you are as a human. But just try to make the rule that if you're going to have a long conversation, you'd probably prefer to call or send a text like, hey, how about tonight at 3:00 we talk about it? Just make sure it's not an okay, or yeah, or what's the one? There's always the one I always. I think it's just K. K is like the big insult of the world of texting. K. Type a couple words, use a punctuation, show that you care about what you're sending. I think that even if it's short and sweet, and even if it's just, hey, we're going to talk tonight at 5, I am interested in hearing what you have to say. And that's better. So you don't have to go into the back and forth. And once you start building on how you communicate in text against how she communicates, you're going to get there. And I know you've talked about it, but start working it into practice. And don't feel bad about you not liking to text. Like I said, I hate talking on the phone. If I was single again and in the dating world and a girl said, can you call me? No, we're going to have to break up. Because I worked at help desk for 7 years. I never want to talk to somebody on the phone. It's just not something. Yeah, no. Zaz, you got anything on this one or?
No, I'm sorry. I had to step away for a moment.
That's
My
fine.
apologies. Yeah, it's I will say K is like the most passive aggressive. Like,
Okay.
yeah, K. Like
People that reply K should be thrown into the sun. It's terrible.
So, I mean, have you ever run into this, Josh? Like anything like this? Because I mean, we're okay talking live on camera and stuff, but when I'm on the phone myself, I don't really text a lot. I wait till we're online and I could type and we could do stuff like this. So I don't know if it's
Well, I mean, communication is like everything else in a relationship. You've got to find some balance of what the two of you like. And if you can't find that, then, you've got to figure out what that means. But there should be a way. And it's, easy enough if you talk and communicate like everything else. I feel like it all comes back to that at some point. Just talk about it.
Yeah. And they have talked twice, which is awesome. And the fact that you have a feeling that like you're not completing or you're not fulfilling what she might need in the relationship is a good thing because you care. Just
that's a
find
really
a way.
valid point.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're a good person who wants to give her what she wants.
It's a
And
very valid point.
Don't hurt yourself to give her that. Find something that you can give that doesn't hurt. And, keep on playing with it. Keep on seeing what you can do and what she can accept. I don't think you're wrong in not wanting to text. And it sounds like she doesn't either. And you just want to do a little better. So just keep trying a little better. Find meaningful short statements or meaningful, that sucks. We will absolutely talk about that later. Cool. I'm glad you do. If you have more that you want to throw at us, feel free to type it. It's hard whenever you're typing in here. And again, I'm not trying to coerce you into calling. It's just sometimes hard without the instant feedback, so to speak, because we're also on a 20-second delay here. So by the time I've said it, it's 20 more seconds before you get to go. So when you say you need time, if you say time apart, no. I think time together, yes, you'll learn how to communicate. I don't think there's anything here that would say you need to be apart. I think you just have to figure out how to do it a little better. And all relationships take work. All relationships require learning the other person and learning yourself, and a little bit of giving more than you wanted to, and a little bit of taking more than you expected sometimes. So it's a give and take, and it's throughout a relationship, all these things. So yeah, more time together and you'll get it. In fact, the longer you're together, the less she's going to text. You're going to move into this life where, be it a job or kids or a hobby, whatever goes on, she's going to be not wanting to pick up the phone to just send everything. Assuming she gets involved in things in life and she's not just sitting on her phone all day. And I don't know you well enough, but like most people aren't into a relationship where somebody doesn't do anything all day. So as her life gets busier and more stuff going on, the text will be like, dinner, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, the unspoken
you've had that conversation
100 times. It's one of those things. It's the unspoken agreements I've mentioned before, where it's just like how to communicate without even like. Yeah, you just know. You know what I mean? And
the other day, my wife and she sent me a meme. I sent her a meme back, and then I told her on my way. I was on my way home from work.
That's what I was.
It wasn't even on my way. It was OMW.
Yeah.
Start saving funny gifts. You're gonna need them.
Yeah, gift her up. Just keep blasting her with gifts.
They love that. Don't do that.
If she gets bored with gifts, start sending her like cube, like video memes, and yeah.
Just anyway.
Hey, yeah, I think he's good. If you have more questions, want to let us know how it goes,
Please,
let us know next week.
Yeah.
want to get her on, we'll talk to her too. I honestly think you're doing the right thing because you care enough to even ask about it, man. That says a ton about you.
And good luck.
Hey, you
I hope
know,
it works out.
yeah. It's also my thing where I tend to overthink unintentionally. Probably it's I mean,
That's
we all do that. We all
Yes.
do it. Like you want to be a good boyfriend, you want to be a good person, and you're just, you know,
you're in your own
Yeah.
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
you'll
that's
also hopefully fall out of that a little bit when you get to know and it's not trust, but when you get to know what her reactions to who you are a little bit better, and you could kind of predict you're going to get out of your head a little bit. So more time together, more time doing this. You're going to come up with your own, and not rules. I like the word agreements. This is how we communicate. This is what I expect. This is what I'm going to get. You'll both get there. Yeah. Zaz did the nod, and I'm like, and? I thought you were
Oh
just gonna
no!
jump in like, except with your pants. Don't ever do it with your pants off or something
You
like.
shifted gears because I remember our first show 17 years ago. You used to call them the rules. So the subtle change to the agreements, I really like it, but I didn't
The
want to make it a whole-
rules. The rules got switched. I kid you not. When we were talking to the woman who's into gangbangs,
Yeah.
and I asked her, no, like,
Yes.
and I
No,
asked
I'm
her
not.
what
Like,
her
just-
rules are.
Yeah.
I asked her what
You're
her
right.
rules are, and she said
Yeah.
agreements, and I'm like, well, that's
Yeah.
a much better word. Like
Yes.
agreement works better. And then Paige, when I said that, she's like, yeah, that's absolutely a better word. I'm like, well, Paige just told me like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it evolved from a woman who's very much in it. We should get her back on the show and see how it's going.
Yeah,
but yeah, she's
absolutely.
into gangbangs, and the other thing that stuck with me with her was that on top of the agreement she had with her spouse and the agreement she has with the people, that she was worried about treating these men she does gangbangs with as a piece of meat instead of humans.
Right.
And I'm like,
That
that blew me away and surprised me, and also made me feel like, wow, like it doesn't matter what you're into, you're still a human. You know, like you still have that in you. So yeah, agreements on how we talk. Hey, absolutely. Nice talking to you. Not 7-Man Army. Unless you didn't want us to say your name on the air, I apologize. But you're in chat, so. But yeah, hey, anything else? Like I said, our Discord's there. Feel free to join, and whenever we do updates on when we're going live, and if you have more questions or more feedback, it's definitely easier than Twitch.
One of the things that actually came up today in a chat on Reddit, I was having with somebody seeking advice. They asked about, like, is there boy, here we go again, anonymity on our show. Because there is Discord, there is chat on Twitch, and I say absolutely. If you are concerned about being on, calling in is the best way to do it. That way, it's completely on. You have complete control over it. We refer to you as anybody who you want to be referred to as. We don't have to refer to you at all by any title. So just just check it out, and feel free to call in, and just even if you want to just kind of throw out a situation and hang up, and then that's it. It does help. So.
Yeah, we're here for whatever way you're comfortable communicating. We've had to talk with people having problems with the person they're in the room with.
Literally,
and
yeah.
We
Right next to
can do
them.
everything from a video call to a voice call to text to however you need help. We can try our best to get it to you. And if you're on Reddit and you're here because we said, hey, we want to talk to you, if you send a message saying I can't call, can you please give me advice? I will reply to you with my advice.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be on the show.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, and have a great night, not 7-Man Army. Thank you.
All right. Is my subtle cue to keep going?
Well, you could sing.
Did we do the texting my ex thing? Did I finish? It got deleted. Son of gun. That was the one I was reading, and then okay. All right. I was talking to somebody. Can we start a GoFundMe to please get rid of Josh's soundboard? I will put a hit out. I'll pay in Dogecoin. Okay. And if you're not familiar with Dogecoin, it's what made Elon Musk a millionaire. I'm calling just late. I got thin laws. No problem at all. No problem at all. Not 7-Man Army. No problem. We're always here. If you ever every Thursday. And then some, probably. Who knows? Now that the winter months are coming up,
bored.
Yeah. We start jumping on doing some crazy.
And we might move back to Saturday or something. We'll talk about it. Whatever works with you guys. Because the reason we're on weekdays is everybody has a life in summer, including us. So
yeah, and then winter we don't have a life anymore.
Winter sucks.
Yeah, we got Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 out. It's
they keep playing
Starfield. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna start playing video games while we stream.
We did that a couple weeks ago. The
Did we?
C
Oh,
word
that's true.
simulator. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, when I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
here that, yeah, jealous. I'm jealous. It's
No, it was. You know what? There were. Let's say this. It was a game worth looking at. I
Yeah.
hope that they throw in a lot more writing and make it specific to the lifestyle or the name.
you want it
of
to be
the-
accurate. Yeah.
Not
you
even
want it to be-
accurate, but they had some good stuff in there. They had some good fun.
Yeah.
I just wanted a lot more, and instead of just fetch quest, do this 10 times. You'll have enough money to go to the next level.
You heard that? Devs,
yeah.
2 out of 10. Move along.
And hey, listen,
I think
we should see if
paid
we get
$3
that guy.
for it, and I
Yeah.
wasn't angry about the $3. If
No,
it was
no,
much more than that,
Yeah.
you know.
But what if we could get the creator of that game on the show to talk about why they did it and where they're
That
going
would
to go
be
with
great.
it, and see if we can
All
get
right.
some feedback.
That's all I want now. That's all I want. Hold on. Creator of that game on our show. I mean, we just had Jeffrey and Ruin Willow and creator. I have a set of notes over here if you can't tell for our next discussion. Creator of can't say that word game.
Women who sleep with other men, regardless of whether their husbands like it or allow it or not.
Oh,
the
that's
name,
really
the name for the guy.
that's
man.
really wordy.
Well, I mean, the thing is,
Or a woman. Jeez, man. Or
the
they.
definition of the word is very different. Historically, it was usually a woman who is cheating on a man, and he doesn't either know or he can't make her stop. And then in modern usage, it's basically swinging where the husband doesn't.
Really?
Yeah. And like there's the thought of he's the weaker man. There's sometimes male humiliation involved. Sometimes it's none of that at all. And very rarely is it she just wants to sleep with other people and he's not okay with it. Because it's real life. If somebody is not okay with it, they leave. You know, like
So
and I get
is the hot
Yeah.
wife thing like a derivative of that? Like another?
it can be, yeah.
Okay.
You'll often see like in a cuckold relationship, she is referred to as the hot wife. But sometimes the hot wife is a swinging couple where she steps out on her own or where they only have men over. But it's all in there. They're all sort of related. So yes, a cuckold's wife can be it's usually called a hot wife, but sometimes they don't even like to be called the C word that I just said and probably gets kicked off Twitch for. So yeah, it's because nobody is in charge of these definitions.
Can I ask real quick, without taking us down a crazy rabbit hole, why that C word is banned on Twitch if that is supposed to be an acceptable lifestyle?
I
they're
think
supposed to be
because
so
it's
open?
used as an insult more than anything. So people into the
Yeah.
lifestyle don't think it's don't think it's an insult. Like this is what I like. This is cool.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and I'm saying this purely as an example. I don't know if I should even say it. If you call somebody, gay.
Chuck. Yeah,
Chuck.
it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like,
you're-
yeah.
The word sounds like Chuck. So calling somebody, you're such a Chuck. Like it becomes an insult, and then Twitch wants to get rid of it to remove some of the. And I don't agree with getting rid of the word necessarily, but I agree with them at least trying to tone down some of the attack language and negativity that can be part of being part of their network. But I mean, there are legitimate conversations to have with that word, and that kind of sucks. But hey, it's there. It's their crappy streaming thing.
It's their.
Maybe Elon will buy it.
I mean, he does have like a lot of Dogecoin. I don't know if I told you this. Elon,
He's
is
going to
a,
call it Twitter.
he's worth like $30 million, and it's all from Dogecoin.
That's like 15 trillion Dogecoin.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. So why would he be doing this? I was talking to this guy, and we kind of had a falling out after I felt like he was leading me on. I ended up calling him out on it, and I later apologized because I felt like I was really harsh towards him. I ended up messaging him a few weeks ago, apologizing for what I'd said to him. I ended up telling him how I felt about what I said and how I wanted to apologize again for what I said and how I thought he was a nice guy. I saw that he read it, and now he's been liking all the pictures I've been posting recently. We've had no contact for months, and instead of continuing no contact with me and doing our own thing, he's been liking pictures I put up that have me in it. And no, he's not leading me on because we don't talk anymore, and it's not sex related. And at the end of the day, he could have just not done anything that he has anything to do with me because we don't talk anymore. And obviously, no one knows what he's doing or why except him.
All right, let me.
Why
stop
is he
you
doing
here.
that? Yeah,
Let me stop you right here. I don't
Please.
answer questions from high school kids.
this is 32.
No, she's
28.
not. There's no
32.
chance this is an
There's no-
adult.
No, this is.
There's no
this is-
chance this is a fucking adult.
Let me just get through the last 3 sentences. Okay.
All right.
Why is he doing that?
She just said, "There's no way you can know."
Okay,
But
maybe
yeah.
I miss. Okay, and it's every time I put up new pictures with me in it. My friend said a guy did that to her, and he eventually reached out to her. What are the chances that he's going to do it too? I want him to reach out to me. It is his B day coming up.
There's a reason to be with somebody who doesn't treat you well. It's your birthday. Yay!
Oh, okay.
What?
Very only comment. Why do you keep posting this? So that's on me. That's on
Well,
me.
no,
I guess
I have seen that sometimes when they post in different relationship advice. So they might go to advice, relationship advice, and love advice, or
gotcha.
and so somebody sees it in multiple forums. But she may be posting, or they might be posting it. There is one person on Reddit who will, in the advice forums, always post about like how their workout routine could be improved, and like it's just some serious messed up pathology going on. And they post it, they create a different account, they get banned, they create a different account, and it shows up sometimes daily. They post very similar, it's never the same thing, things, and they get called out every single time because their posting style is just so known. So some people use Reddit for very weird things.
Yeah, I mean, so be it. I mean, they're reaching out trying to get help. You know,
But
answer the
this
questions. I
particular
shouldn't,
person, I don't believe is over the age of 14. Like what 32-year-old's running around going, and then he liked my Instagram post, but he doesn't talk to me, and then I offended him, and then I said I'm sorry, and then I called. Like, if you want to know what he's going, ask him, and if he doesn't respond to you, stop fucking talking to him. Get this person out of your life. They're not treating you like you want to be treated.
Okay, well, that's a very harsh way of putting that.
If
But
somebody's
I guess
treating you like shit, is your advice like, yeah, I want to keep them in my life because it's their birthday?
I don't think that person's treating him like shit. I think that's where you and I kind of. All right,
No. Not he's treating him like shit. What she's receiving is shit.
What
Like,
she
wants
feels like.
more.
Okay,
She wants to be involved. He went no contact. She's
But
not happy
that's-
with how she's being treated.
Hold on, you said the key word, no contact. So there's no communication. Again,
There
I
is,
know it's
there
such
is.
a.
But there is absolutely communication. Every time he hits the like button, he knows she sees it. So it's not no contact.
Right.
She's getting enough to keep her around, maybe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's not what she wants. She wants more, and he's refusing to give it. So fucking move on.
But she's not doing anything either. She's literally
She could block him.
I mean, yeah, sure. Okay. That'll stoke the fire of passion.
No, just block him and move on with your life. He's not
Yeah.
into you. He shouldn't be in your life anymore like that. Like, I don't care what you want.
I think
because-
we're reading way too much into something as simple as this person probably doesn't even know and isn't just
He
like
has to take
taking it.
if it's
Or he's
real.
super like polite. Like he's just like, all right, yeah, you said you want to take a step. Let's take a step.
I don't think he's doing anything wrong. I don't,
Right.
except maybe he should, if he's not interested in her,
absolutely is
stop
not,
liking
yeah.
her, stop liking
Right.
the photos. But
This is
Yeah,
a situation where we've all said this or had this said to us. I don't read minds, and this is exactly that. Like that's all I'm hearing is like, I don't read minds. How am I supposed to know you like me? Like,
yeah, and then that part, yeah, that's the best part.
yeah. So, anywho, Josh, comment.
I bet shut the fuck up, both of you. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was just going back to my list of things to babble on about.
Yeah, I just did when I see posts like that, and I get that some people at that age are very different than I was at 30, but like I just don't see it as a very mature. Like, how do you not learn those lessons? But I like him, but he doesn't give me any attention that I want. But I like him, but I offended him, and like just.
I mean, I guess so, but at the end of the day, like I said, it just seems like just two terrible communicators with each other, and not even that. Like I'm not trying to stick up for one side or the other, but it's like if nobody's talking and they're going about their day, like I would go by and I just like random people's stuff. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's funny. And then you don't think anything of it because nobody's going, hey, you keep liking these people's stuff. You might want to let them know that you like them. Like they don't know. So how is that even slightly perceived as disrespectful? My husband has some mental health issues and some bigger anger problems. Every time he yells at me or worse, I tell myself I'm leaving this time. But after things cool down and we start getting along again and having some good times together, I feel like I don't want to leave until the next time he gets mad at me about something. Then the cycle repeats itself. Because of our dogs and my finances, leaving isn't quick and easy, and it's going to take
Do
a
you
lot of
need to
planning.
keep going?
I know, right? if I did,
I'm shutting my mouth. I'm letting you read it, man.
if I didn't have the dogs, I would just get up and leave during one of our horrible fights and never look back. I'm trying to start saving money, and I've finally spoken to my parents about a temporary plan if when I do leave. But things are going great again, so I don't find myself wanting to leave. I find myself wanting to book trips with him and planning our future. By the way, 29-year-old female, 34-year-old male. Going back and forth between planning and leaving and planning our future is exhausting to me. I feel so guilty because I love him and he loves me so much, and he turns into a different person when he's mad. He agreed to start getting therapy, so maybe, ding ding, I can stick around for a while to see if that helps him. It will probably be at least 6 months until he can get an appointment, though. At least that would give me time to save money. Any advice?
I think an AI wrote this.
Maybe. So it doesn't take 6 months to get a mental health appointment. It can take a long time, and it could take a long time to get a local doctor, but there's online help. There are a number of options you could choose online for him to start getting mental health. He could talk to his primary care physician, assuming this is in America, to get some of the meds rolling to calm down, because they can prescribe that. They can get you on some things to help out. So it doesn't have to go straight to a psychiatrist, psychologist. You can start the help immediately. If the 6 months is a long time, and you're going to have a lot of up and down in that period. And yes, I do want to encourage him to get help. And if I believe it will help this person if they take it seriously and want it, but this delay is not acceptable. You're going to, it gets worse over time without the help. So
100%.
push what you can to get it done now.
Might I be a bit bold to say 6 months is a lie? I don't want to go
No,
that.
it can take a while to get it, and he might have made one phone call to his health network and heard that, like, hey, the next available, and he might have a specific doctor he wants to see or something.
Okay,
But-
that's
but
fair. That's fair.
It's
I'm
probably
just-
a lie. It could be a lie. Like, make sure you check his homework. You
No,
follow up a little bit, because like this is important to the relationship, and you're going to leave if it's not there. It doesn't happen. Make sure your parents' plan is set. It could happen at any time. But the thing I do want to stress is it shouldn't have to be a bad time for you to leave. You've had bad times. Those always exist. They'll always be part of your relationship. If you don't see a future, don't wait for a bad time to leave. It does suck. We're breaking up with nobody is easy, and splitting up pets and whatever happens sucks. But that's part of breaking up. It's not supposed to be easy, because you are in love. You were in love. You have to do the hard thing for you. It's what breaking up is, and it's gonna suck. But don't stick around if you don't see a future there. Like I said, I want you to try to get the help. But
Yeah,
I want him to try to get it. But
Of course. I mean, that's again, I hate, sorry to be so harsh. That's kind of,
no,
but
and
at
it
the same time,
I
it's like
think-
there's teledocs. Remember, there's teledocs.
Yeah,
There's anger never gets better untreated. Like, it's just
There's
like
also-
a fire that grows. So
There's also anger management classes that are open. There are groups that you can join, help groups, and there's so many things he could be doing besides waiting for an appointment with a doctor. And he has
Yeah.
to do them all, because this is not going to be an overnight quick fix. He's got to get a lot of information and a lot of new tools, and I honestly hope it works, and I hope you guys work it out. But my advice is, if you don't see that future right now, don't wait for the next fight, because the next fight, you never know what's going to happen.
I wasn't trying to be flippant, and certainly that
I didn't
help
take
should be
that, yeah.
found there. No. But I want to point out that obviously some help should be found there. But the reason I was saying Zaz didn't need to keep going was because just the beginning of that made it very
Yeah.
clear that wasn't a realistic goal to end up. So why put yourself through any of this? Get that help,
But
and-
the thing is, and I agree. My number one advice is end it. You want to end it. You want out. You've thought about it multiple times, so do it. Stop putting it off. But
Right.
you know, like if he's willing to go get the help, yes. But if it's going to take 6 months, you know what I mean? Like if he started help already, my advice would be is like, see how it goes. He's going to have a slip up, you know, be prepared for it, but like, see how it goes.
Yeah.
But don't risk your life. And that's kind of what I'm saying when things might go wrong in the next fight. Don't risk your life.
There are two comments, and both say the same thing. You need to leave before he kills you is the last sentence, and then one of them, and the other one is just like it's or worse. I think it's the key phrase in that entire story is or worse, and untreated, that or worse can get pretty bad. I mean, even if you're not even talking about physical abuse, I mean, mental abuse alone, I mean, that's going to cause decades of trauma. So yeah,
every fight takes its toll.
Yep.
There's always a cost. So, hey, we are getting close to the 11 o'clock hour. We've done maybe do another 10 minutes if we get another call. Or if you want to read one, we'll do that.
Okay. I was debating. There's a really, I'm falling in love with the coworker one. It's so long, though. There's also getting back together with my ex.
Ooh, we haven't done one of those.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, silent treatment. What? Sorry, ADHD. Hey, guys. 22-year-old male and a 22-year-old female. Really want to get back together with my ex. I know it sounds stupid at first, but she was not wrong. She has not wronged me in any way. Was the most loving person I knew while we were together. We dated for 3 years. We dated over 3 years ago, and we were long distance.
Wait,
she found out 22, 22.
All right, so teens.
Double
Okay,
deuces. Yeah. How would I say that? 3 years ago, long distance. She found out she was pregnant with what I thought was my child until we both realized she was further along than she would have been if I got her pregnant. To clarify, the father was her previous boyfriend before I knew her. Since she had the child, and we both agreed we couldn't keep up with the relationship because of the distance and her baby, she has been simultaneously studying a different course in a university, and we've recently got back in touch out of general interest for how she has gotten on with the parenting, and I've realized I missed her a lot, and I still like her. This is what a healthy relationship sounds like. I don't know what in God's name to do. I know the most realistic decision is the squash my feelings for her. Oh, okay, never mind, because we both could never make it work. It doesn't feel the same way I do, but on the other hand, I just want to be with her, kid or not. I would happily be actively involved with her kid's life if she wanted. Do you have any advice for the situation?
Yeah, I really wish they would call in. Did you message them?
No, I literally just got
send them a message. Say, please call in. We want to talk to you about your ex live if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. I because the number one advice that you always see here, and sometimes I give it is, well, you broke up for a reason. You know, what's changed since then? Well, is this, but they were teenagers when she was pregnant. And they broke up because you didn't think. What I would want to talk to them about is, do you have plans where you could be in the town because it was long distance? Do you have plans where you could be in the town, right? They said long distance or no?
That initially was long distance, and No,
because apparently they had sex because it wasn't his, so like they're able to be near each other physically, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Because she's going to need somebody who could be there physically if she's going to involve her child, you know, if she's going to give her part of her life to this, and he wants to be involved as a family member, so to speak. So yeah, I'd like to get more info, but like, she is the ex of a teenage guy. He is now a 22-year-old adult. She's a 22-year-old adult. She has a 3-year-old, at least 2.5. And yeah, that could work. Sure. If she's into it, you're into it, and you can build a future just because they're an ex and like you were a teenager is like, kid, I'm out, and whatever it was. And she's like, I have a kid to raise. I can't spend time on this relationship. Totally understandable. Like there was no major reason for the breakup other than neither of you, or at least one of you, were not in a great place to make it work. So I would like to tell this person to go for it, because I'm sure, I don't know if there's comments on there like, she's your ex, run away.
No, actually, I'm not a smart person. I do the thing I hate what I do. No, actually the first one was like, I mean, I don't agree with the approach, but it was like, life's short, go for it, you know? And it's like, well, okay.
I mean,
sorta, but
it's there.
There's kids involved. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I'm always like careful.
Be serious though. Yeah. Be serious.
Yeah.
Don't dip.
But that's why I loved the idea that like they both were two adults. They looked at the situation like, hey, let's take a step back from this real quick. You allowed her space. She allowed you space. You guys were both respectful of each other's area. And she's like, I'm going to go focus on this for my family. Mama Bear put down. And then he was just like, I'm going to continue doing this, but I still love you. And you know what? I want to continue this course. That's charming. Okay. The next one though, in my opinion, just move on. You can find someone better.
You can, and you will find someone better more than likely, but why not try? Like, you already know you liked her. You know, like, you're okay with her situation.
That is such a thing to say without any data. Like, you'll find someone better. What? Sure.
Well, I mean, the truth is most people do find someone, you know, like the next person's usually better for them. It's not that they're a better person. They're a better match because you know what you're looking for now. So, you know, he's 3 years older and wiser. Yeah, he'll find someone, you know, but I'm just saying, why not? Put it out there. I would say if he should give her a call and say, hey, how next time he talks, like, listen, I know we broke up for, you know, like good reasons, but I'm really enjoying the person you are now. And I don't know if that's me changing, you changing, or it was always there, but I would like to get to know you better and maybe develop a relationship deeper and see where we can go with it. And then, like, again, if you're not serious about this kid, don't fuck around. You hurting someone else is one thing, but like this kid, from the moment you meet, is important. You know, like, don't mess with the kid.
Yeah. No, that was really good.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'd like to find out where this one goes. I'd like to get them both on the phone.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorites. It's I like that.
Yeah, that's a please call.
Yes, exactly. I'm like watching. I'm like, come on, pick up. But it was 6 hours ago, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, come and get your love, by the way. Positive response to you know, obviously we're part of their group. And once we said, hey, call in, they're like, oh, that's great. They're nice. I was like,
call in.
All right, cool. Call in.
No, I've posted it every week. And like usually it's what's that? Okay. But no hate, which is great because it's the love subreddit. So,
I got a quick one if you want to try it out.
Yeah,
quick one. What? All right.
Okay.
Did it?
Here we go.
You just wanted to play that intro.
Yeah.
well, let's explain the rules real quick before we jump into this because we always mess this part up. We meaning I.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the rules are really important here because it doesn't matter. But basically, I'm going to get your guys' take on this question that was posed to Dear Abby, and we're going to see which one I like better
2003.
after we compare it to this is from March of this year actually, but I think it may be a reprint.
Okay. I was gonna say she died in like 1987.
Yeah, well, I went to the archives, but there are other people that answer for her now. So
we'll find out when it was like I was on MySpace.
Yeah, she's like, invest in Doge. That made Elon Musk millionaire.
Boy, I really like that The Apprentice show.
I like when Elon Musk was on The Apprentice, and now he's our president.
All right, here we go. Dear
hold on, I'm going to take a step back for a sec, guys. My apologies.
My wife and I had an excellent relationship that involved a lot of partying. After I was injured on the job, I became addicted to painkillers, which resulted in a 20-year battle with addiction. Over the years of trying unsuccessfully to get sober, I asked my wife to slow down her drinking to help me get sober. She refused, and ultimately, our marriage fell apart.
Sure.
We decided to stay together until our kids were out of school, and wouldn't you know it, no sooner did we separate than I was able to get sober. I know it wasn't her fault I was addicted. I think I'm probably better off getting divorced, but I still love her, and I'm curious if you think we should give it another try. And that was from
Did
Sober
they say they
Guy
have kids
in
together?
Massachusetts. Yes, they do.
So
but
they
they
have
were out of
kids
school
together
now, so older children.
Okay. Wow, 20 years. Well, anyway, even, you know, with older kids out of school, you have kids involved. If she has quit drinking, if she is no longer in that lifestyle, I don't see why not, other than listen, you when you needed something, she refused to give anything to help you get there when you thought that's what you needed. And I'm not saying that guy kept drinking because he was with her or his pill or painkiller habit. It is very hard to quit an addiction when you're living and sharing your time with somebody who has an addiction, even if it's a different one. But she wasn't willing to budge to help this guy. So I don't think I don't think she's a very good person. I always say that love is not an excuse to be miserable, because of all the things you need in a relationship for it to work. You need compatibility. You need to be going in the same direction in life or similar directions, living in the same town. You need to have not necessarily political agreements, but you have to agree on certain things and certain ways to live, and possibly even religion and all these other things that have to match. And again, as you grow as people, you have to grow in the same direction. So like if she's going this way, like she's falling into born again religion, and you're fully invested in some Wiccan cult, like that can happen. And if you're not going in this direction together, like you could go apart. So there's so much in a relationship that you need to make it work. That love is the easy part. You can fall in love any day. People fall in love with shit that's not even people. They fall in love with a dog. They fall in love with a concept. They fall in love with a particular cloud in the sky that day. Love is easy to find. You should never use love to stay miserable. If this person's not a benefit to you and your life and a bonus to where you want to grow in life, love isn't going to ever fix anything. Love makes a good relationship better. It doesn't make a bad relationship good. So, that my advice to that person would be perhaps, but only if she quit drinking, or if she's handled her addictions. But keep in mind that she didn't help you when you needed it.
All right, Zaz, what do you got?
So the whole point of this is to go with what we think, and then hopefully it matches up with. I'm basically going to say he's sober. He has one job: stay sober. I mean, they did the thing for the kids. They got a divorce, but that's it's a choice she made as well as him. She chose the partying to get back together. Yeah, you're falling in love. That's great. You have to stay sober. Her life goals do not align with yours. So either she's on board or she's not. But at the end of the day, you need to stay sober. And you have to stay away, unfortunately. Unless, of course, she decides to change her goals, which is great. But it sounds like if you guys are willing to go the further steps to sign those papers and take care of all that money and give it to some lawyer to do all that work, then it looks like that decision was already been made, unless people change. So,
Dear Abby says, dear sober guy, to drink or not to drink is a choice. If your wife was unwilling to sacrifice imbibing in order to help you overcome your addiction, you were right to separate from her. Congratulations on your sobriety. If you wish to maintain it, follow through with that divorce. You have my sympathy. I hope you find someone more supportive in years to come.
Yep.
So I think that Hammer got 5 points and Zaz got 3.5.
I hate you. I fucking hate you. I hope a drunk driving accident to you. That's probably a little much. All right, guys. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna try a new sign out phrase. What do you guys think? Want to try something new?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. So first off, I finally fixed my collar over here. Thanks. You
like
guys
it?
can point out how it was curved under. That was very professional of me.
Very
I want to say goodnight to everybody. We're going to leave you with this: shake well before using.